Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now unless you've been living under a rock, you will have noticed that Wyndham Rotunda, aka The Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt in WWE posted a cryptic social media message with the caption, "You can't kill it." Now the image was quite spooky, quite eerie, it had kind of Sting vibes, but seemingly this image, if you haven't seen it, I'll pop it up right now, is seemingly an evolved version of The Fiend as we knew him. Now this has also like Jeff Hardy Willow vibes to it as well. A lot of people were commenting Jeff Hardy in a lot of the comments, especially on Instagram. I did notice that. And I do feel, obviously, by the way, I'm massively late to the party with this. I've been away on holiday and I saw this image, wanted to do a video on it instantly. And here we are, this is why I'm doing this video. But why I wanted to do this video was to get your thoughts and opinions on what you think is going on and how you can link that image to potential future happenings that are going to go on with Bray Wyatt outside of WWE. Now my guess is he's got plans up his sleeve to go to another brand. I can honestly see that happen. A lot of people would love to see him come back to WWE purely because they've got that connection with The Fiend, but I really can't see it happening. I do think this is definitely an evolved version of The Fiend, but not actually The Fiend as we know it, because we know that Bray Wyatt cannot use The Fiend as a character or reference The Fiend because WWE own the copyrights to that. They're happy to sell all the merchandise, but that's another story. So if you're interested to get your thoughts and opinions, like what do you think is going on? And I honestly think this cult of Wyndham that he's been referencing, linked with this mask, this new evolution potentially of The Fiend. Obviously he will have a different name. And I can see him going on an outside promotion and being a cult leader once again. And where it's really interesting as well is I can see this as almost a go-between the cult version of Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, like smack in the middle. So although it's an evolved state of The Fiend, it's also an evolved state of Bray Wyatt. And where this can work really, really well is obviously the downsides to the Fiend character, although there were so many upsides to it, and I honestly think he was could have been the most over talent in history. The downside was he was a very hocus pocus character, more of a storyteller, and obviously that didn't compute into the ring too well at times. I mean, there aren't too many matches you take away and go, they were absolute blockbusters, 5-star matches. And that was because obviously his character had a mystique, had an aura, more outside of the ring. Now, the Bray Wyatt cult leader, Bray, was more of an in-ring performer. To me, that's my personal opinion anyway. So you merge the two together and you can you've got this hybrid. And it's a really creepy looking, kind of almost Spider-Man looking sort of image. And, you know, it's really exciting to see the potential that this has down the line in the future. And what is great, obviously, the first thing to mention from all this really that stands out the most is that this isn't the last we're going to see of Wyndham Rotunda in whatever form he comes back in. I don't think he's going to be returning to WWE. I really can't see that, as much as most people would love to speculate that. But nevertheless, really interesting. Get down in the comments section. It'd be awesome to hear your thoughts and opinions on what the hell you think is going on and what happened with the breakup between WWE. I personally, to this day, still think that Bray Wyatt just was sick of the plans and the storylines that they had lined up for The Fiend, and I think losing to Randy Orton at WrestleMania was probably the final straw for him. And then he's moved on and he can go and be a creative god elsewhere with this new version. I love the caption, by the way, "You can't kill it," because you definitely can't kill Bray Wyatt. You can't kill Wyndham Rotunda. You cannot kill The Fiend. He will live on forever. But again, whatever version that is remains to be seen. Thank you so much for watching the video. It'd be awesome if you could like the video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you again in more and up and coming videos within WWE.